What if I told you that the journey to becoming a millionaire isn't just for the lucky few, but rather something achievable for almost anyone? This isn't just about dreaming big. It's about understanding how ordinary people with ordinary jobs and responsibilities can build extraordinary wealth by making deliberate and consistent choices. You don't need a prestigious degree, a trust fund from wealthy relatives, or an intricate business idea that requires expert-level skills. What you need is a commitment to follow proven strategies, develop a growth-oriented mindset, and take steady, calculated steps toward financial freedom. Becoming a millionaire doesn't happen overnight, but it's also not the Herculean task many think it is. People often believe that unless you win the lottery or inherit a fortune, wealth will remain forever out of reach. But this thinking is a trap. Millionaire status isn't reserved for the elite. It's for those who work smart, build habits that foster success, and understand the long game of financial growth. If you felt overwhelmed or uncertain about where to start, you're not alone. But the truth is, the steps are surprisingly straightforward and accessible to anyone with the determination to begin. All it takes is a willingness to challenge old beliefs, adopt new habits, and consistently apply what works. Step 1. Understand the millionaire mindset. Let's start with the foundation, your mindset. Before we even discuss money, we have to talk about how you think about money. For most people, the belief that becoming a millionaire is impossible isn't rooted in reality. It's a product of conditioning. From a young age, many of us are taught to settle for enough rather than strive for abundance. Society reinforces this by glorifying the idea of working just to survive and avoiding risk. This scarcity mentality keeps people locked into cycles of financial mediocrity. They see wealth as unattainable and, worse, believe it's reserved for others but not for themselves. Millionaires, however, think differently. They operate with an abundance mindset, seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. They recognize that money isn't something to be feared or hoarded. It's a tool that can be used to create more value and freedom. They don't focus on saving pennies while ignoring the dollars. Instead, they look at the bigger picture, building assets, creating streams of income, and multiplying wealth over time. A critical part of their thinking involves viewing failures as learning experiences and risks as calculated steps toward growth. If you want to adopt the millionaire mindset, you must challenge your limiting beliefs about money. Start by asking yourself questions like, do I see wealth as something bad or good? Do I believe that financial success is possible for someone like me? Surround yourself with people who inspire you, mentors, successful individuals, or even books and podcasts featuring self-made millionaires. By absorbing their stories, strategies, and ways of thinking, you'll begin to reprogram your mind for success. Remember, the first step toward wealth isn't about earning. It's about believing. Step 2. The power of compound interest. Now, let's talk about the math behind wealth building, because the numbers are where the magic really happens. Have you ever heard of compound interest? It's a concept so powerful that Albert Einstein himself called it the eighth wonder of the world. Why? Because it allows your money to grow exponentially over time. Here's how it works. When you invest money, it earns interest. Over time, that interest begins to earn interest on itself. This compounding effect creates a snowball that grows larger the longer it rolls. Let's break it down with an example. Suppose you invest $500 every month into an index fund that earns an average annual return of 8%. After 30 years, your investment would grow to over $745,000. And here's the incredible part. Out of that total, only $180,000 came from your pocket. The rest, $565,000, is interest. That's the magic of compounding. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. For instance, if a 20-year-old invests just $200 a month, they could reach millionaire status by age 55 with less than $85,000 of their own contributions. This isn't just theoretical. It's a proven, time-tested method that has helped millions of people build lasting wealth. But here's the key. You don't have to be rich to get started. Even small, consistent contributions add up over time. What matters most is patience and discipline. Don't try to time the market or chase quick gains. Instead, focus on staying consistent. The beauty of compound interest lies in its simplicity and reliability. The earlier you start and the longer you stick with it, the greater your results will be. Step 3. Live below your means, but don't sacrifice quality. Here's a lesson that might surprise you. Most millionaires don't live flashy lives. They aren't driving the newest luxury cars or flaunting designer brands. In fact, many self-made millionaires live modestly, especially during the early stages of their wealth-building journey. They understand the importance of controlling expenses and redirecting money toward investments and assets instead of liabilities. Living below your means doesn't mean depriving yourself of all joy. It means being intentional with your spending. For example, instead of dining out multiple times a week, consider cooking at home and redirecting the savings toward your investment accounts. Or rather than upgrading your phone every year, extend its lifespan and invest the difference. These small, deliberate choices may seem insignificant, but over time, they compound into significant financial progress. At the same time, it's important to strike a balance. You don't want to cut back so drastically that you feel miserable or burnt out. The goal is to focus on spending money in ways that truly align with your values and bring you happiness. For instance, if travel brings you immense joy, budget for it. But cut back on things like unnecessary subscriptions or impulse purchases. By prioritizing what matters most and trimming the rest, you'll build a lifestyle that's both fulfilling and financially sustainable. Step 4. Invest in yourself. If you're looking for the single most important investment you can make, look in the mirror. Your skills, knowledge, and abilities are your greatest assets. Unlike material possessions, these assets appreciate over time. They have the potential to increase your earning power exponentially and open doors to opportunities you may never have imagined. One of the best ways to invest in yourself is by developing high-income skills that allow you to charge premium rates or create substantial value. These might include coding, copywriting, digital marketing, public speaking, or sales. The beauty of high-income skills is that they aren't dependent on a single employer or industry. They give you the freedom to earn on your terms. Start small. Dedicate an hour a day to learning something new. Read books, enroll in online courses, attend workshops, or even watch YouTube tutorials. The return on investment for this type of self-education is astronomical. As your skill set grows, so does your ability to solve problems, seize opportunities, and generate wealth. Remember, the more you invest in yourself, the more control you have over your financial future. Step 5. Multiple streams of income. If there's one thing millionaires understand better than anyone else, it's the importance of diversification. Relying on a single source of income is a risky game. What happens if that income suddenly disappears? Millionaires mitigate this risk by creating multiple streams of income. These streams act like safety nets, ensuring that even if one dries up, others will keep flowing, protecting their financial stability. For example, think about your current income stream. It might come from a job or a small business. Now imagine adding another source of income, like rental income from a property, dividends from stocks, royalties from a creative project, or profits from a side hustle. Each additional income stream doesn't just add to your wealth, it also reduces your dependence on any one source. This diversification builds resilience and ensures your financial growth remains steady even during economic downturns. Let's break this down further. Say you work a 9-to-5 job and decide to start a freelance gig on weekends, offering a skill you already have, like graphic design or tutoring. That extra income can be reinvested into a stock portfolio or used to start another venture. Over time, these streams compound. Maybe your stock investments start paying dividends, or your freelance gig grows to the point where it matches, or even surpasses, your primary income. The possibilities are endless when you embrace the idea of multiple income streams.